building muscle and losing fat at the same time. It almost sounds too good to be true. In fact, for years, people were told it wasn't possible. You either bulk or cut, but never both. But what if I told you that was outdated thinking? Because the truth is, body recomposition, building lean muscle while dropping body fat, isn't just possible, it's absolutely achievable with the right strategy. And no, it doesn't require starving yourself or living in the gym. It just requires smart execution. Let's get something straight. This isn't some clickbait fantasy. Science has shown time and again that with the right approach, your body can simultaneously synthesize muscle tissue and break down fat stores. It's all about how you train, how you eat, and how you recover. So if you're tired of spinning your wheels, doing endless cardio, or yo-yo bulking and cutting, stay locked in, because we're about to break down the smartest way to transform your physique. Start with a recomp mindset. First things first, you need to shift your mindset. Most people still think in terms of bulking and cutting. While that can work for experienced bodybuilders, it's not necessary for the average person looking to get lean and muscular. Body recomposition is about getting stronger, eating strategically, and watching your body composition improve over time. It may not be as flashy as crash diets or aggressive bulks, but it's far more sustainable and realistic. This is a long game, and it works best when you ditch the extremes and embrace consistency. 2. Prioritize resistance training. No matter how much cardio you do, if you're not lifting weights, you're missing the muscle-building piece of the puzzle. Resistance training signals your body to retain and build lean mass. But here's the key, not just any lifting. You need progressive overload, consistently increasing the demands on your muscles through more weight, more reps, or more intensity over time. Compound movements like squats, deadlifts, presses, and rows should form the base of your routine. They work multiple muscle groups, burn calories, and create the kind of stimulus your body responds to with both muscle gain and fat loss. 3. Keep cardio strategic, not excessive. Too much cardio can actually interfere with muscle growth if it's not managed properly. That doesn't mean cardio is bad, far from it, but you want to be strategic. High-intensity interval training, HIIT, and low-intensity steady state both have a place in a recomp plan. HIIT helps burn fat while preserving muscle, enlists aids recovery, and improves cardiovascular health. The goal is not to burn off muscle by running marathons, it's to support fat loss while allowing strength training to do the heavy lifting. Think of cardio as a tool, not the focus. 4. Nail your nutrition, the recomp formula. Here's where most people get it wrong. They either eat too little and lose muscle, or eat too much and gain fat. Recomp nutrition walks the tightrope. You want to eat at or slightly below maintenance calories with a high protein intake. This allows your body to build muscle when it needs to and burn fat when it has the opportunity. Focus on whole foods, lean protein, complex carbs, healthy fats, and vegetables. Track your intake, not to obsess, but to stay consistent. When in doubt, start at maintenance calories and adjust based on results over time. 5. Protein is your best friend. To build muscle and lose fat at the same time, you need to give your body the raw material it needs to grow, protein. Aim for 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, depending on your lean mass and activity level. Protein doesn't just support muscle growth, it also helps regulate hunger and has a high thermic effect, meaning your body burns more calories digesting it. Make sure every meal includes a solid protein source like chicken, fish, eggs, Greek yogurt, tofu, or protein shakes. It's the single most important macronutrient for recomposition success. 6. Manage recovery. Like it's your job, muscle isn't built in the gym. It's built when you rest. Sleep, stress, and recovery habits are just as important as training and diet. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night to optimize hormone levels, muscle repair, and fat metabolism. Chronic sleep deprivation leads to higher cortisol, poor insulin sensitivity, and slower recovery. If you're grinding in the gym and still not seeing results, your recovery could be the problem. Prioritize sleep, stay hydrated, and manage stress through techniques like walking, meditation, or even just doing things you enjoy outside the gym. 7. Use strength progress as your compass. Forget the scale. When you're building muscle and losing fat simultaneously, your weight might not change much at all. In fact, you might even weigh more while looking leaner. That's why tracking strength gains is a much better indicator of progress. If you're consistently getting stronger in your lifts while maintaining or losing weight, you're probably building muscle and burning fat. Take progress pictures, monitor how your clothes fit, and track performance in the gym. Strength is a clearer signal of transformation than the number on the scale. 8. Train with intent, not just effort. Walking into the gym and just going through the motions won't cut it. If you want real recomp results, every workout needs to have purpose. Focus on quality reps, mind-muscle connection, and structured programming. You don't need to train 6 days a week, but you do need to train with intention. 3 to 5 well-designed sessions per week that balance volume, intensity, and recovery are plenty. Stay consistent with your lifts, keep a log, and don't skip the basics. Squat, hinge, push, pull, and carry. 9. Cycle your calories around your workouts. One of the most powerful recomposition strategies is nutrient timing, specifically cycling your calories around your workouts. This means eating more carbs and calories on training days and dialing them back slightly on rest days. On workout days, the body is primed to use carbohydrates for energy and muscle recovery. By contrast, on rest days, keeping carbs lower helps your body dip into fat stores. This approach optimizes energy when you need it and promotes fat burning when you don't. It's not a requirement, but for intermediate to advanced lifters, it can enhance results. 10. Be patient. Recomp takes time. Here's the hard truth. Body recomposition doesn't happen overnight. It's slower than a traditional bulk or cut, but the results are more sustainable and aesthetic. You'll likely see more visible changes than scale changes in the beginning. Fat loss reveals the muscle you've built, and lean mass improves the way your body looks, even at higher body fat percentages. Stay focused, track your inputs, and give the process at least 8 to 12 weeks before evaluating progress. Most importantly, understand that the smartest way to build muscle and lose fat isn't a shortcut. It's a long-term solution. 11. Supplements. Optional, not essential. Supplements can help, but they won't fix a bad program. If your training, nutrition, and sleep are dialed in, then consider adding whey protein, creatine monohydrate, and maybe a caffeine-based pre-workout if needed. Whey protein helps meet your daily intake goals, especially post-workout. Creatine is one of the most researched and effective muscle-building supplements available. But again, these are tools, not magic pills. Use them to enhance an already strong foundation, not as a substitute for effort. 12. Stay leaner for better muscle growth. Contrary to popular belief, you don't need to get fat to grow muscle. In fact, staying lean while building muscle improves nutrient partitioning, insulin sensitivity, and overall health. The dirty bulk approach of overeating junk just to gain size leads to unnecessary fat gain, which you'll have to burn off later. Recomp allows you to build quality muscle while keeping body fat in check. The result? You stay confident, energetic, and more motivated to keep going. You don't need to live in a surplus. You just need to lift hard, eat smart, and stay consistent. 13th, mindset over motivation. Let's be real. Motivation fades. It comes and goes. But mindset, that's what drives results. Building muscle and losing fat takes mental resilience. You'll have weeks where the scale doesn't move, days where you feel tired. But progress isn't made in the perfect moments. It's made when you push through anyway. Recomp is about long-term thinking. Build discipline, track your habits, and set realistic goals. If you're improving even 1% each week, you're doing better than 90% of people who keep starting over. If you've ever felt stuck, gaining and losing the same 10 pounds over and over, it's probably because you didn't have a strategy. Now you do. Body recomposition isn't a mystery, and it isn't hype. It's a science-backed process that
works. As long as you respect the fundamentals, lift progressively, eat enough protein, manage your calories wisely, and recover like a pro. So let me ask you, are you going to keep chasing shortcuts, or are you ready to train smarter? Drop a comment below and tell us your biggest challenge when it comes to building muscle or losing fat. And if you want a sample training and meal plan tailored to recomposition, let us know. We'll build one out in a future video.